A live look right now outside the Fulton County Courthouse from the 11 Alive Sky Tracker. You see the strong police presence, and to give you a perspective, there is a media line of reporters from all across the country covering this huge breaking news story that we've been following for you since about 9 p.m. last night when that indictment first came down. And back to that breaking news, indeed a historic moment here in the state of Georgia as we talk about a former president, Donald Trump, facing 13 charges in Fulton County right now.
This, of course, is now the fourth indictment for the former president, all handed down just months apart. We're getting right into our team coverage now, starting off with 11 Alive's Jerry Carnes. So, Jerry, overnight, the former president responded to the indictment.
He did indeed, Cheryl. Good morning. On his social media platform, Truth Social, the former president said that these indictments, the criminal indictments handed down late last night, are a political witch hunt. He questioned why charges didn't come 2.5 years ago instead of now when he is in the middle of another presidential campaign. Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis says there is nothing political about her investigation. She said they have followed the facts.
Arrest warrants have been issued for former President Donald Trump, now the most high-profile criminal defendant in Fulton County history. A 98-page indictment accuses him of knowingly spreading lies in an effort to return to the White House.
Rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election.
The indictment charges Trump and 18 of his supporters with taking part in a plan that constituted a criminal organization, that among other things, they spread false statements, filed false documents, influenced witnesses, and took part in acts involving theft and perjury. The indictment specifically points to Donald Trump's speeches and social media posts after the election, including one speech where he, quote, falsely declared victory and falsely claimed voter fraud. There's the former president's phone call to Governor Brian Kemp, where he urged the governor to call a special session of the legislature. The indictment points to a lawsuit filed by Trump and his supporters that falsely claimed thousands of people voted illegally in Georgia because they were dead, underage, or not registered.
It is now the duty of my office to prove these charges in the indictment beyond a reasonable doubt at trial.
District Attorney Fonnie Willis presented the criminal grand jury with evidence that Trump and his allies spread falsehoods about the 2020 vote in 6 other states.
Many occurred in Georgia, and some occurred in other jurisdictions and are included because the grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort.
Former President Donald Trump, now facing his 4th criminal indictment, has until next Friday to turn himself in to authorities in Fulton County.
So these next 10 days, Jerry, will have a major impact on the city. That is the time frame for everyone named in the indictment to turn themselves in. Security plans already in the works this morning. What can you tell us about that process?
Cheryl, the barricades are right behind me here. There have been security measures around the Fulton County Courthouse for over a week in anticipation of this indictment, and it's only going to get more intense as we await an appearance by the former president. And authorities here tell us he will be treated like any other defendant. He'll be booked, he will be fingerprinted, and there will be a mugshot.
Jerry, thank you. So we know Donald Trump, the biggest name, but definitely not the only one facing multiple charges in that investigation this morning. Christy Diaz live for us at the Fulton County Courthouse. Christy, some well-known names here in this indictment, but there are also others that allegedly played a role that may have gone a little bit under the radar.
It's a good mix of very well-recognized names and some not so much. I'm going to break down all of these players for you. You know, not all of them have been charged with all 41 counts, but every single person, all 19 listed on that indictment, was charged with conspiring to change the results of the election. So here's what you need to know about all of the people listed below Trump on the indictment.
Within the 98 pages alleging a criminal conspiracy to overturn Georgia's 2020 election, DA Fonnie Willis points the finger at 2 of President Trump's closest allies, former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani and former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. In 2018, Giuliani became Trump's personal attorney and then a key lawyer for the campaign. Giuliani fueled the flames of rumors that there was election fraud in Georgia.
This election was a sham. It was an embarrassment to the citizens of your state.
Meadows was also on the line for the infamous Raffensperger phone call and stuck alongside the president in the aftermath of the 2020 election. Prosecutors say there were emails, meetings, and even a surprise visit to Georgia, made all for the benefit of his boss. Also included in the indictment are 5 of Trump's attorneys, the man who served as director of Election Day operations, and a former Trump DOJ official. The rest of the list is connected to the fake elector scheme, including former head of the Georgia Republican Party David Schaefer, Kathy Latham, the former Republican chairwoman of Coffee County seen in this surveillance video, and the only sitting elected official in Georgia, State Senator Sean Still. Each of them indicted on several charges, all accused of impersonating a public officer. 3 other people are accused of threatening election workers and influencing witnesses. What happened over the course of 3 months now links 19 people together nearly 3 years later.
There are also 30 unnamed co-conspirators. At this point, it would be speculation to guess whoever that list is on that list. But it does tell us that DA Fani Willis believes there are more people involved in this. They just have not been formally criminally charged. Cheryl, back to you.
Christy, thanks a lot. Our team has been working through the night and into the morning, updating a lot of layers of this case for you on 11alive.com. You can also download the 11 Alive News app for all the latest developments.